Hey guys, Ancap24 here, coming back with another video. Today we're going to look at the first play of the Broncos gun snugs formation scheme that we're drawing up today. We're going to look at the PA slot cross, and we're going to run it flipped. And what I want you to do, and if you haven't already, you definitely want to get one of those play call guides that I have available for purchase for $2. You can go ahead and look in the description. You're going to have a way to show you that how to go get it and how to obtain it. I have it for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Hit me up at ancap24@yahoo.com, and I'll be able to get one out there for you. Now, on that play call sheet, you're going to see that the first play on this is going to be the first setup for the PA slot cross. We've got 5 different setups for PA slot cross that I'm going to show you today, and I want to make sure that you know how we're going to attack our defense on all different levels and make them work. All these plays have the ability to beat all coverages. I did it that way so that you guys have the ability to know who to throw to when by reading the coverage either post-snap or pre-snap, depending on what they do and who you're going to get to. So the first setup, as you're looking at the play call sheet, you're going to see that the left hash mark or the middle is needed for all these setups. So I want to make sure that you see that. And it's also going to show you that the guys that are highlighted, those are the players that we're looking to beat on this, and that's against cover 2 and cover 3. Now, cover 4 and man coverage is going to be something we're going to be able to beat as well, and I'm going to get to that in just a second. So let me show you the setup. Y on a fade, A on a streak, block your running back, and put B on a drag. Now, by putting B on a drag, he's going to be able to beat man coverage for about 5 to 7 yards. He's also going to beat cover 4 for a few yards as well, about 2 to 3, 3 to 4, because it's a dump-off pass. This isn't a play I would call on first down. My bad. It's a play I would call on first down. It's not a play I would call on third down. The reason why I say that is if it's third down 7, third down 8, and they come into a man coverage or a cover 4, you're not going to be able to yield the yards you need to move the chains. You should know that by the way the play call sheet lays it out. There's not, against man and against cover 4, there's not a beater that beats it down the field. However, on first down, if you're looking for cover 2 and cover 3, you're going to get huge yardage. If it ends up being man coverage or cover 4, then you're going to be able to dump it off to the B receiver, get your 3 yards, 5 yards that you need, and then go ahead and set yourself up for the next play. So let me go ahead and show you how it works against cover 2 and cover 3, because against cover man and cover 4, it's just a dump off. I don't need to show that to you, but I wanted to show you that how this works against these coverages. All right, so this is against cover 3 right here. The player that you're going to get it to that you want to is the wide receiver. He's going to be able to be wide open in the back of the end zone. Now, in order for that to work, the X receiver needs to have a free release and not run into the wide receiver and cause his route to get all messed up. As long as he doesn't do that, then you're fine and you're going to get wide open. If he does do that, you want to make sure that you understand that the X receiver is going to be the guy that's going to be open, because the wide receiver is going to get the attention of everybody because the X didn't run down the field. So here you go. X did get bumped off a little bit. You're going to see that, but he got back on there. The A is going to be wide open. Okay, so if he gets bumped, watch who's going to free up. If he doesn't get bumped, you know it's going to be the Y. I want to make sure you understand that right off the get-go and be able to understand how that works. So I'm going to show it to you one more time just to make sure that you see what the read was going to be. Here's against cover 3, and you're going to see that the X got a free release, so you know it's going to go to the Y now and be able to get that wide open play. Okay? Now let's show it to you against cover 2. And we're putting in cover 2. Same exact setup. A on a streak, B on a fade. Okay, here we go. That's your setup. And here, you're going to be able to throw it to the X receiver as soon as he does this. And you want to kind of lead him up a little bit and be able to torch your man down the sidelines for the easy score. So that's the perfect scenario when you're looking against cover 2 and cover 3. If they happen to be, like I said before, in man coverage or cover 4, you know you're going to be able to go to this B receiver. And I'm just going to show it to you real quick. And this is the same exact setup we just did, but against man coverage, you're going to see that you can go ahead here, and you can see that you can get this yardage here, but you're only looking about 3 to 5 yards. It's one of those reads that on first down, second down, take your yardage and go from there. Sometimes you get a little bit more yardage on it, depending on the traffic that DB has to fight through in order to get there, and sometimes he'll get held up, and you can definitely get some more yards. Here it is again, and this time again, he doesn't fall through, but you can see that's what you can get on man coverage. You're not going to get more than 10 yards the majority of the time. And then cover 4 is just a dump off pass, you throw it early. Okay, so that is that one play. Now the second setup, you're going to see that the hash marks are all over the place. You need one on the left only, you need one on the middle to the right, you need one on the left and mid, and that's all by design, guys. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you real quick. The first play I'm going to see is that it's got to be to the middle or to the right. So I'm going to just leave it in the middle, okay? And that play is going to be against cover 2. All right, so I'm going to show you the setup here. I'm going to put the A on a streak, B on a drag, block your running back, and instead of putting the Y on a fade, we're just going to motion him to the left. So we don't change his route. So it's very similar to what you saw. But we need more room on this X receiver against cover 2 on this because of the Y route. If you were to run it on the left side, it's not going to have as much success. You want to run it from the middle or to the right. Now, if you're on the left, you would just done the same exact setup we did before. But since you're on the middle or the right, you have that ability to do this type of setup, and we're going to be able to beat it. So let me go ahead and show you it here. And against cover 2, you're going to be able to attack the left-hand side of the field with that X receiver. It's not going to be as good of a play as the other one was, but you're definitely going to see that you can throw it there and get that possession catch and get that easy catch. Okay, so that's how it works against cover 2. Now, against cover 3, I prefer it on the left-hand side. It does work on the middle, just not as consistent. Do the same exact thing you did before. You move this guy to the left. You put the A on a streak, the B on a drag, block your running back. And you're going to see against cover 3 that you're going to have the same success that we do with that Y receiver. The X receiver is going to be that fail route. And here's that throw, and you got him down the field. That time it took him a little bit longer to break off of him, but stay with it. He always does break off of him. Show it to you one more time just for consistency. Put the A on a streak. B on a drag. Got the blocked running back. Okay, oh, this is on cover 4, guys. I'm just going to throw that ball away. I didn't change the defense. All right, so here we go. Here's cover 3. And blocking my running back. Put my A on a streak, B on a drag. And I'll move this guy over, okay? So we'll show you one more time how it works in cover 3, how we get that wide open Y receiver. And here we go. And there's the throw. And just so you're aware, your guys are going to drop that Hail Mary throw sometimes if you just don't click on them. I was just being lazy. If you throw a bullet, you're going to have a much higher chance of catching the ball. Sometimes I just like to throw the bomb because it's fun to throw. But know that if you really need the touchdown, make sure you bullet it or click on your guy. Okay, so that's how that play works, guys. Now, there's also on cover 4. There's a unique thing I have cover 4 on right now. Do the same exact setup where you move this guy over, put the A on a streak, the B on a drag. If you've got somebody high catch ability, a high catch in traffic, you can hit this X on a quick hitter. Okay? If you can see what the nature of cover 4 is, all those guys on the left-hand side are going to go backwards. This X is going to be open right there on a quick hitter. The only problem is if you don't have a high catch in traffic, he will not catch the ball all the time. If I was to flip this and throw it to Julio Jones, I'd be very okay with him that I'd have the security he's going to catch it. With Hankerson, it's a 50-50 chance. So you go here, throw it there, and there's the throw. Okay, so it's a quick hitter, especially if somebody's blitzing you out of the cover 4 shell. You could be able to hit that really easily. Okay. Let's go to the next one now. Now, if you can see on the play call chart, this is called 1.3. It can be anywhere. It says any on the hash. It doesn't matter if it's left, middle, right. It's got to be, so I'm just going to throw it here. It doesn't matter where it is. All these setups do work on any. And the majority of my plays work anywhere, but some plays are specific, and that's why I put it down that you can't work it on any spot. All right? So this one here, we're going to put B on a flat, and we're going to move them from right to left. Here's the setup. Two different things. You can either block your running back or you can cut off the play action with the RT. If you have a good enough line, I would cut off the play action because I feel like it's a little bit more of a distraction to your opponent. But if you don't have a good line, just block your running back. So here it is. The play on this each time is going to go to the crossing route A. The only one it doesn't is against cover 2. Against cover 2, you're going to be able to hit it to the A for short yardage, but the Y is the better route because he's going to get wide open. So let's go ahead and show it to you here. We're going to cut it off, and we're going to throw it to this A right here. And this is against cover 4. You're going to be able to get a good 12 yards right there. I'm going to show it to you against cover 3. Again, you put the B on a flat. You're going to move him from right to left. And this time I'm just going to go ahead and block my running back to show you the opposite of that. This is against cover 3. And you're going to see right here, you're going to be able to get that easy catch right there for 5 to 7 yards. This is a good third down play for 5 yards, around 5 yards to get that, move the chains. Now here it is against man coverage. And I'm doing the same thing. B on a flat, move him over. And you're not changing anything else. I'm going to go ahead and block my running back this time. And you're going to see against man coverage, torches it and gets a little bit more yardage because of the way all the routes give him that free open space. Now let's go ahead and show you cover 2. Now cover 2, you can hit that B right away. I mean, my bad. You can hit that A right away. However, if you know that it's cover 2, and you can read that one right now, they're playing the depth. Let me make sure that here's cover 2. Okay, they're playing the depth. And you're going to be able to hit this X receiver on the route after he beats everybody here. So here it goes. And you can throw it right there and be able to get down the field for much yardage. As you can see, that's a much better situation than the opposite. I'm going to go ahead and show you cover 2 again. Okay, so here, put the B on a flat. And as you see this guy motion over, you're going to see right here, see how that middle linebacker went to the middle of the field? That's cover 2, not cover 2 man. I want to make sure you see that, and knowing that, you're going to know, oh, you should have triggers off in your head. I'm going to the X receiver. This time, I'm not going. I'm just going to cut off the play action, and see how it takes a little bit longer. So it all depends on how your defense is. That time, you got it around because I cut off the play action. Go ahead and block them this time. You'll see that. You're going to see that basically you have a little bit quicker options to throw the ball when it's not the play action. So, and it looks like a little bit better blocking there. And you can see, again, the ability to get down the field and get the score against cover 2 on that. All right? So that was 1.3. Now we're going to go to number 1.4 on the play call sheet. And this is going to be the fourth setup for this play. What we're going to do is we're going to put the B on a drag, and we're going to put the RB on a streak. Okay, so it's a lot going on in that play when you look at it, but we'll go ahead and break it down for you. Against man coverage, and we're going to go ahead and show you man coverage first, your play is going to be going to the A receiver or the B receiver, depending on who gets the best break. The A receiver should have the best break on it. However, because the RB is going kind of where he's going to be at the same time, you want to read that. You might want to dump it to the B receiver if they get conjumbled. So here it goes. Here is against A. Absolutely see how he got hit. So I'm going to the B receiver instead. It's a 1-2 read. It's real simple. He got hit by a crossing player. Doesn't always happen that way. I just want to make sure that that's why we also put the B on a drag as a fail-safe. Put the RB on the streak. So let's go ahead. This is against man coverage again. This time we're going to be able to hit that A and be able to get more yardage because of where he was. All right. So that is against your man coverage. Now the next thing we're going to do is show you against cover 2. So put the RB on a streak, B on a drag. And against cover 2, we're going against that X receiver as well. He's your cover 2 killer in all these situations. Now, with this, you're going to need a little bit more time. You're not going to have that extra blocker, but you definitely have that ability to beat cover 2 here. So here we go. You want to make sure that your line holds up. And there's the throw. That time I actually threw it a little bit worse than I wanted to. Let me go ahead and show it to you again here. B on a drag, RB on a streak, and cover 2. I'm not even sure if I switched to cover 2 last time. Let me go ahead and show it to you again here. And you're going to see here, against cover 2, that's the throw. I think I had it against cover 4, and that's why that didn't work, and I didn't change it. But that's against cover 2. You're going to have that easy touchdown down the field, same way we were throwing it before. Now, on this setup here, the next one, we're going to go, it's the same exact setup, but we're going to go against cover 3 and show you how we can beat cover 3. Put the RB on a streak, the B on a drag. We're going to get our cover 3 up here. Now, the player that we're going to go to is either the cross route to A or to the RB receiver. Now, you can see here, the RB receiver right there, I just made a bad throw, is going to be able to go behind your receiver there and be able to catch the ball, and I'll show it to you again, on a delayed type route. All right, so we're trying to do, if you look at the X, he's going to clear everyone to the left, the Y is going to clear out that middle guy, and we're going to be able to hit this RB right there for the easy touchdown type play if you time it right. It's a really nice play to kind of get your running back involved, to be able to go ahead and get them for a player that they weren't expecting you to get hit with. Okay, just with the way that the way that everybody kind of opens up with the X going to the left, the Y going to the right. You're filling that gap with the RB, and you're going to be able to get some nice yardage there. All right, the next one, like I said, you can go ahead and hit the A on the crossing pattern against cover 3 as well. It's kind of more of a quick hitter. Show it to you here. Right there. And you can throw it up there and be able to get some blocking up there as well. The B holds down that receiver on the DB on the left-hand side and be able to catch that and go around the corner. And then let me show you on the cover 4. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing we did before with the cover 3 play. And I'm on cover 4 right now. We're going to try to hit the RB in that seam as well. So you can see here, those guys are going to clear it out. And I kind of got hit as I threw. Of course, Q-Clee is going to be there. Yeah, try to get here. So same thing, RB on a streak, B on this, and you're going to be able to hit this RB. A little bit more. Let's see here. I'll make sure I got this set up right. Yep, RB on the phone. Okay, here we go. Let me see what I was trying to do there, because it's not opening up the way I want it to open up right now. Oh, you know what it is? It's a quick hitter to RB. My bad. And it's more of a quick hitter to the RB on this one, because if you see the way everybody moves, you're going to see that that spot's going to be open right there, that you can go ahead and quick hit this for extra yards. I was trying to throw it a little bit further down. My apologies. It's a quick hitter that you're going to be able to get a lot of yards off of, due to the fact that the linebackers on the right-hand side, everybody's kind of splitting off, and as soon as he takes that break up, you're throwing it right there and be able to get those yardage, guys. So definitely something that you can go ahead and try it. I like to get my running backs involved, especially on blitz situations. If somebody's blitzing me with one of those linebackers, I'm throwing it right there. And be able, that's a 10-yard gain without really doing a whole lot on the play other than waiting for him to break up the field, throw it right there, and get that there. Obviously, it's not as consistent as some of the other plays that I like to show you, but if you have a guy like Forte, or you got somebody who's got a lot better hands, here, if I put in Freeman, I'd have a much better opportunity here to make this work, but you know, Coleman's a little bit faster and he's got a little less hands, but you can see for all intents and purposes that that play is open, especially if you have a better receiver, you can make it work, and something that they didn't expect. All right, so that's that play right there. Let's go to 1.5 here. What we're going to do is take the X on a drag, and we're going to motion the Y to the right. All right, so here's this play now. All right, so I know it's all kind of crazy here, but we're going to show you a couple different ways we're going to make this work. And you go ahead and you can block your running back as well. And against man coverage, the person that you're going to go against man coverage is going to be the crossing route to the A receiver. So here's man right now. And you kind of isolated him all over the place, so you're going to have a nice ability to get more yards after the play, especially if he's using the free safety, because he's not going to be able to get to that ball. So that's against man coverage. Now so what we're going to do here is move this guy over, put the X on a drag, and block your running back. And what you want to do against cover 2 is you're going to go ahead and hit this B on a corner post. Also, before I get to cover 2, man coverage, you could also do the drag. I want to make sure you see that on the X receiver. If you do this one way and then you want to go the opposite way, you kind of read who's open. I kind of threw that to the wrong person. Read who's open left or right. It's a nice mesh concept to where you're going to be able to easily, what am I doing here? Easily see who's open and get open. My preference is the A receiver, but you can definitely hit the drag as well. So here we go. Do the same setup. X on a drag, block your running back, move this Y over from left to right, and we're going to hit this B route now. This is going against cover 2, cover 3, and cover 4. This corner post route is going to beat all coverages here, okay? So here's against cover 2, and you're going to see here, oh, he got held up. That was a crazy play. Let's try it again here. Against cover 2, move this guy from right to left, block your running back, put your X on a fade, on a drag. Let's see here. And there's against cover 2. Got that wide open. Showed you against cover 3. Alright. So we're moving this guy over, blocking your running back, and we are putting the X on a drag. Here we go against cover 3. You're going to see the same results we just had before. And get that there. Obviously, cover 2 is going to be a little bit more wide open because you're killing out. There's not that guy to the right. Now here's cover 4, or in cover 4, so I'll leave it on cover 4. And you're going to go ahead and put the X on a drag, move this guy over, and you're going to block your running back. All right, here we go to cover 4. We go to the same receiver, the B receiver, and get that first down. This is an excellent play to call on 3rd and long. Okay, you're able to beat cover 2, cover 3, cover 4 with the same receiver in the same spot for more than 10 yards. That's one of those plays like I was trying to say before. The first play wasn't a great play to call on cover 4 man, but this one would be due to the fact that you had that ability to beat your men on all coverages for more than 10 yards. So guys, that is your first video. That's the PA slot cross flipped. We gave you 5 different ways to show that. And